Yo yo, what's up peeps? This Team K, aka the Mad Collector, back for another hip hop CD collection video. This is either part 7 or 8. I lost track very easily, bro. But whatever, I think it's number 8. Yeah, I think it's number 8. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop right into it. So today we're gonna start off with some Wu-Tang, Method Man, Tical. Pretty much the only solo album of Meth that I really like. I don't know, man, all his follow-up albums, they were not my thing, you know what I'm saying? Tical 2000 was okay, but everything that came after that was very lackluster. Then we got Method Man and Redman with Blackout. It's a collaborational project. Really dope album, man. Super fun to listen to. Meth and Red, these two play off of each other very well. Has a lot of great stuff on here, a lot of dope bangers. Love the shit. Just like MF Doom, Operation Doomsday. Of course, this is his solo debut after KMD was no more. And MF Doom, you know, he kind of reinvented himself as the villain of hip-hop. Very influential album, you know what I'm saying? This is the one that changed a lot of MC's lives, bro. Still one of my favorite albums of all time. Always be that way. Absolutely phenomenal record, bro. And then I also got, of course, Food by MF Doom. Concept record, all about food references and shit. It's also freaking amazing, man. A lot of dope shit on here. Like the fucking, what was that song? Let me look, man. Rap Snitch Knishes, man. You know what I'm saying? There's this one video of Doom where he talks about that song. And man, like, after I saw that video, you know what I'm saying, it made me realize how genius MF Doom actually is. But that was like back in 08, 09. That's where I was not so keen on Doom yet. And when I found that video of Mos Def, or Yasin Bey, as he goes by today, talking about that song and saying how genius MF Doom is, I paid close attention to his lyrics, and yeah, that dude is in fact a mastermind when it comes to lyricism. Then we got here a bootleg. And I gotta say, man, as far as bootlegs, I don't pride myself in buying bootlegs. I'm not a bootleg buyer, to be honest. Yeah, I know it's music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could easily spend like just $20-30 and listen to my music in a physical form, you know what I'm saying? But me, I don't know, I'm all about official shit, you know what I'm saying? But this was an exception right here. This is a bootleg, you know what I mean? It's MF Doom and Nas with NAStradoomus. And this is kind of like a blend album, you know what I'm saying? It's all about Nas vocals over MF Doom beats. And this first disc is Nastradamus on MF Doom beats. And this is definitely the better way to listen to Nastradamus than the fucking studio album, the original version. And then on the B side, on the second disc, you got, you know, various other Nas songs on MF Doom beats. Then we got Mike Geronimo, The Natural. If I'm not mistaken, this guy is from Queens. Classic album. Definitely one of the most underrated albums of the 90s. It's a lot of dope shit on here, man. I love the song Master IC. That's a dope record. Then we got Mobb Deep's debut album, which a lot of people don't consider their debut, you know what I'm saying, but I do, you know what I mean? It's factual that this is their first album, even though, you know, Mobb Deep really became Mobb Deep with their follow-up. But Juvenile Hell, bro, this is another really good album, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people give this album shit for not being, you know, the Mobb Deep that we know today, but I'm not minding that album, bro. It has a lot of dope production, man, by Primo, Large Pro. You know, I mean, how could you hate that shit, man? This is a good fucking record. It's not amazing, but for what it is, man, I'll fuck with it, you know what I mean? Has some decent tracks on it, man, for sure. But yeah, of course, Mobb Deep's The Infamous. This is the one that many people consider their official debut album, in quotation. Yeah, this is a stellar piece of work, man. 10 out of 10. I would even go as far to say that this is an 11 out of 10, bro. Just legendary fucking album right here, man. One of the greatest albums of all time. Then we got Hell on Earth by Mobb Deep. Also amazing. For a lot of people, just as good as The Infamous. And I wouldn't disagree, man. This shit is absolute fucking fire. Seriously, this is amazing. Much darker, much grittier, you know what I mean? This is just incredible. And I got here, as you can see, the original European press, which comes with the song Shook Ones Part 1, which was not on the following pressings of the record, so very, very happy to have that. Then we got the very first Mobb Deep album that I've ever heard personally, Murda Music. This is where you could hear that Mobb Deep kind of started going a little bit mainstream, but they still kept it Mobb, you know what I mean? They still had that underground gritty sound. And, you know, they were still rapping that hardcore gangster shit that I love. And track number 16, The Realist, produced by Alchemist, featuring Cool G Rap, bro. God damn, bro. That song is fucking amazing. And then I got a little compilation mixtape type deal, The Infamous Archives. You know, it has a lot of different tracks recorded from like the early 90s to the 2000s or whatever. It's a lot of stuff from various eras of Mobb Deep on it. And this is, in fact, a really good compilation, man. Definitely fuck with the first disc a lot more than the second one, but it's a very good compilation to hear. Then we got Doom by Mood. Another really dope underground record, man. Very legendary stuff. It's a group that producer High Tech used to be part of. Yes, the same High Tech that worked with Talib Kweli on Reflection Eternal. And this is also another classic right here, man. Song Karma is dope. Yep, very dope shit. Secrets of the Sand. Awesome stuff, man. Then we got classic, bro. They finally got a follow-up like 25 years later, man. Black Star by Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Man, this album is... This shit is ILLmatic, bro. I love that album so much, man. I mean, this was pretty much the beginning of Mos Def and Talib Kweli's careers, man. I mean, Mos Def had a career before this, you know what I'm saying? But this was the first album that was released with Mos Def's name attached to it as a main artist. And this shit is absolutely bonkers, bro. I love that album so much, man. Then we got Black on Both Sides, another Raucous album. Mos Def's solo debut. Another one that is absolutely phenomenal. Songs like Brooklyn and Mathematics. Dope shit. Then we got The New Danger. This is a little bit more of an experimental album. I know a lot of people could not really fuck with it like that, man. I was not so crazy about this one either, but still had some moments on there, man. You know what I mean? There are definitely a lot worse albums from the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, compared to this. It's actually a pretty solid record, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the hatred comes for this album. This is actually pretty decent, if you ask me. Then we got a little bit of an odd album. I always thought this was some kind of, I don't know, like a mixtape or whatever. The fact that it has no cover and shit actually made it appear like a mixtape rather than a studio album. But it is a studio album. True Magic, Mos Def's third album. Oddly enough, the only Mos Def album that I heard the least. And I'm a big Mos Def fan, but never really listened to that one, man. To be honest, I just gave it a few listens and that was it. But this shit right here, bro. The Ecstatic by Mos Def. So far also his latest album, which is like, came out, I don't know, like 15, 16 years ago. Maybe even earlier than that. Ecstatic by Mos Def. Another one that's experimental, but absolutely incredible. You know, like with songs like Casa Bay and fucking... There was one song here that I found a little bit crazy. The Embassy, you know what I'm saying? Where Madlib sampled some Indian song or whatever. It was crazy, man. But that was a dope track. And of course, Live in Marvelous Times, where they used it for the Fight Night Round 4 soundtrack. It's very dope, man. Very, very dope album. Then we got an EP right here called Emergency Rations by Mr. Liv. This is also a dope little EP. I especially love the songs that sample, or no, that don't sample, that were produced by Edon, which are Heavy Artillery and Get Wise 91. And for anyone who knows me, y'all know I'm a huge fucking Edon fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Edon puts out, I listen to it, man. This dude is criminally slept on, you know what I mean? Then we got Mr. Liv with I Phantom, my favorite Mr. Liv album. This is also fantastic. Track number 5, New Man Theme. It's a very good song, bro. Okay, then we got some Murs, The End of the Beginning. It's been a long time since I listened to that one, but one song on here that really stuck out for me even then was God's Work. Such a dope ass song, man. God's Work. Love it. Yep. Then we got collaborational effort between Murs and Ninth Wonder. This is, I think, Murs 316. Released on Definitive Jux, which was LP's label at the time. Another really amazing album. You know what I'm saying? Murs and Ninth Wonder at that time, they worked quite often with each other. You know what I'm saying? And put out quite a few albums actually. And this was the first one that they released together. They worked on together. This was really dope. So was Murray's Revenge, another one that I really love, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope shit on here. The one track that I really love is Dark Skinned White Girls. But for me, it was more so, I mean, the subject matter I always loved on Murs songs because he always had dope lyrics, but the beat in particular, every time I listen to it, it kind of puts tears to my eyes, man, because you know, it kind of has such a sad vibe, man. And I heard this song around the time my grandfather died, man. And that beat, whenever I listen to it, man, it puts tears to my eyes because it just reminds me of the time back in 2010 when my grandfather died, you know what I mean? And that shit really got to me, you know? But yeah, moving on. What is there to say about this, bro? Come on. Come on, bro. I mean, come. No words needed for this shit. But there are some words to be said about this one right here, bro. The 10-year anniversary edition of ILLmatic, bro. What a fucking waste, bro. Like... I hate when they do releases like that, bro. Come on, bro. What the fuck is this release, bro? I mean, this CD I cherish forever because that was the first time I listened to ILLmatic, and I would never sell this ever. But bro, the second disc on this shit is like 2/3 of the second disc is fucking trash, bro. And the main reason is because of the remixes, bro. These are completely newly made remixes, especially only for this release. And bro, they had a fucking archive of remixes, bro. You know, from their 12-inch releases and shit like that. Why don't they put their fucking 12-inch remixes on this shit, man? Why newly made remixes? These remixes are trash, bro. Absolute fucking dog shit. The only reason why the second disc still works is because of the bonus tracks on The Real and Star Wars. Well, why put that shit? Why put these last two songs last on the second disc, bro? You know, you listen to the first disc right here, the first disc, then you have these shitty ass remixes in between, and then you have two dope songs after. You know what I mean? Put the unreleased songs or these two songs first, and then the remixes. You know what I'm saying? This 2, track 1 to 4, trash. And I'll be always vocal about that shit, man. I hate when artists do this shit. You know what I mean? This is exactly the same thing with the fucking posthumous Tupac records, where they got all of these classic songs with these great beats and they remix that shit. Fucking ruin it, bro. Why? This is stupid as fuck, man. God damn, man. They need to stop that shit, bro. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Seriously. But anyways, moving on. Got Nas' second album. It was written. To many people, this is their best album or their favorite album by Nas. Will not disagree with that, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a whole back and forth. One day I like ILLmatic, one day I like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a clear winner. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the mood that I'm in. Whatever album I like. You know what I mean? Then we got I Am by Nas, which was supposed to be like a double disc album, but then some tracks leaked and the shit got bootlegged and whatever. And this one ended up being the album that it is. You know what I mean? Got some re-recorded songs on it and shit like that, man. And so did Nastradamus. This was kind of like an afterthought. This was... I don't talk about this shit, man. This is whack as fuck. Then we got Stillmatic. Great album. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good shit on here. There's a lot of good stuff, man. But it also has some duds like fucking Braveheart Party, man. Hate that song. That was definitely trash. And Rule with... What was that fucking chick, man? Emery or whatever. Man, there are some duds on here, man. This is not as dope as many people make it, but it still has some bangers on it. I'm not gonna lie, it has like Second Childhood and shit like that. Some good shit, man. Then we got the Lost Tapes by Nas. If this was an actual studio album, this would have ranked like number 3 in Nas's discography, bro. This is absolutely fucking amazing. Unreleased material, B-sides, bootlegs, whatever the case may be. This shit is fire from top to bottom, man. You know what I mean? If this was an actual studio album, number 3 favorite Nas record for me, bro. I love that shit so much. And then we got Godson by Nas. Officially, this is my 3rd favorite Nas album. You know what I mean? This has a lot of dope shit on here. The first track, Get Down, with the dope James Brown sample, Made You Look. One of my favorite Nas songs ever. With this amazing Salam Raimi beat, man. And it has a lot of dope other songs too, man, like Heaven, which was dedicated to his mom. Then we got Street's Disciple. Yeah, one album that was kind of a letdown. Nas's first or only double disc album ever, and then it was a little bit lackluster, you know. It had its moments, you know what I'm saying? It had some good shit on here, but it also had a lot of not so good shit on there, man. Then we got Hip Hop Is Dead. For me, an album that I thought was would be Nas's comeback. And it wasn't, man. Like, quite honestly, bro, I think this album is even worse than Street's Disciple. You know what I mean? The songs that I do like, I really like. But the songs that I hate, I really hate, man. Like, with a title like that, man, Hip Hop is Dead. I thought, man, he would take it back to the old days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just be, you know, on that old lyrical tip, bro. Like being the young and hungry Nas, man. And then you had fucking, what was it, like songs like, yo, man, what the fuck was that shit? Yeah, he had some, I don't know, he had some really questionable beat choices on that shit. I don't know, man. This was not that great. And we got Untitled by Nas. Now this was a return to form for me. You know what I mean? I thought that album was actually really dope. You know what I mean? This was a very, very dope album. And very conscious too. Then we got Naughty by Nature. Their self-titled album. New Jersey shit. Love it. Great stuff. Tracks like OPP, Pin a Tail on a Donkey, man. Like the fucking, from the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 soundtrack. Come on, bro. This shit is fire. Love that album. And also got 1993. With the evergreen, of course. The hip-hop anthem. Hip Hop Hooray. Dope as fuck. Love it. And we got, of course, Poverty's Paradise, also by Naughty. You know what I'm saying? With the song Feel Me Float. Another dope album. Yeah, then we got 9 with 9 Lives. One of the most unique voices in hip hop. This is definitely one that you can tell. If you hear Nine's voice, you know it's him, man. No one has a voice like him. His voice is like very raspy and shit like that. It's just fucking dope as shit, man. I mean, 9 is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And I also got his follow-up, Cloud 9 by 9. It's another really dope project, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Then we got No ID with Accept Your Own and Be Yourself, the Black Album. Of course, No ID being a legendary producer from Chicago who worked with Common and all these guys. Legendary producer, good MC also, surprisingly. Yeah, definitely recommend that one. Then we got some 2000s Underground right here, man. The Future Is Now by Nonfiction. It's the Platinum Edition with the beats on it also on the second disc. Fucking amazing, man. Love this shit. You know, with songs like Rock Stars and shit like that, bro. This is a fucking classic right here, bro. Then we got World Ultimate by the Nuns. 1995, West Coast, soul hop-ish type stuff. Really, really dope album. Very underrated. I don't think a lot of people know about this one. But this is one to listen to, bro. You know what I mean? If you're looking for some dope, unknown hip-hop that not a lot of people are aware of, check out World Ultimate by the Nuns. It's a really, really fantastic record if you ask me. Then we got Ready to Die by B.I.G. Nothing to be said about this one. You know what I'm saying? If you know hip-hop, you know B.I.G. and especially this album. And I got Life After Death by B.I.G. Also, nice album. Has some wasted moments on here, but all in all, it's a really good double disc album in my book. And then we got Word Life by OC. DITC stuff. OC, when at the time when he was rocking with Organized Confusion, you know, Prince Poe and Pharoah Monch. And this is another really dope album. OC, Word Life, classic, 1994 shit. Yeah, so that was it. That was, yeah, I think part 8 of my hip hop CD collection. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next video. Alright, take care, peeps.